There's going to be 5 procedures that we'll talk about today. Lap band, gastric sleeve, gastric bypass, SADI-S or the SIPS operation, and the duodenal switch. The laparoscopic adjustable gastric band was a very popular bariatric surgery. A band device was placed in the abdomen, placed at the top of the stomach, creating a small gastric food pouch. So when the patient eats a very small meal, it gets to that small stomach, the small stomach talks to the brain, the patient feels full, they eat less food, and they lose weight. It's not particularly performed often as a primary bariatric surgery these days, but we do take care of a lot of prior band patients because they need the adjustments to the band to get their band to work well. The gastric sleeve surgery is done through small, tiny incisions. First step of the operation is to take down the attachments to the colon and to the spleen, and that will free up the stomach. A sizer is placed in the stomach, and then a staple line is completed, transecting the lateral portion of the stomach from the gastric sleeve that's left. What that does is 2 major things. A small stomach, a tiny little meal will make you full very quickly, and the even more important part, this is the part of the stomach that has a lot of those appetite hormones that drive patients to eat the wrong things, can eat them for the wrong reasons. So now that this part of the stomach is gone, the sleeve does an excellent job with head hunger. The gastric bypass, done through small, tiny incisions. And the first step is to create a small gastric pouch up here at the top. The second part of the operation is this distal connection where there's a unhooking and rehooking, and we bring this limb of intestine and we connect it to that gastric pouch. What that does is the food is now skipping a portion of the small intestine, which adds an element of malabsorption to the operation. Essentially, you don't quite absorb all the calories that you eat. The SADI-S operation basically combines the upsides of a gastric sleeve and a gastric bypass. Small little tiny incisions, take down our connections, make our sleeve operation so tiny little stomach, you feel full very quickly. It gets rid of the appetite hormones in that portion of the stomach. And then we bring up a loop and connect it to the first part of the duodenum. So you get that really nice malabsorption with this operation, which makes it excellent for weight loss, and it makes it a very, very durable bariatric procedure. The duodenal switch operation, small tiny incisions. We start by making our sleeve. We take down the connections to the spleen and the colon, put our sizer in, run our staple line, make our small little gastric pouch to keep people full with very small meals. We remove the portion of the stomach that creates all those appetite hormones that keep people hungry and limit their weight loss. And then we bring up a Y connection, hooking it up to the first part of the duodenum. The duodenal switch is a very malabsorptive operation, which makes it a very high weight loss operation, up to 80 and 90% of excess weight loss. So it's an ideal operation for people with a lot of weight to lose.